Now, occasionally there are places that I will go that I will push myself that might be a little bit sketchy and a little bit difficult for somebody on an ordinary mobility scooter who's nervous. And today's video features some of those places. So I've flagged it up on the video, places that I wouldn't recommend that most people with a mobility scooter should try. Do not go these places if you are nervous, if your scooter has very little ground clearance and little wheels, and only go there on something like a Scoozy if you're extremely confident. If you've got something like an Exo Quad, I'm just trying to make sure that the average scooter user is pre-warned in these sections. But this is a lovely place that I've not been back to since I was a child. But the idea of having the Scoozy for me is that I can explore, I can push myself, and I can go places that my outdoor lifestyle previously would have led me to. So this is a video about Dibbinsdale. Now, there is large sections of the Dibbinsdale trails that are perfectly fine. If you go to the Dibbinsdale Reserve, the nature reserve, to the car park, there are places around the Woodsley Pond, which are perfectly fine on a mobility scooter, any mobility scooter. But when you venture down by the river, there's lots of cambered surfaces, lots of steep surfaces, so I've flagged it up. Anyway, enjoy the video, and don't worry, the camera packed up at the end. I knocked it and it basically was looking at the ground. So don't worry, I did make it back, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to broadcast this. Enjoy the video. Oh. Now, we're headed for a place I haven't been for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, which is Dibbinsdale. And down here is the Dibbinsdale Country Park. And it feels like I'm already in the country park. This path is a little bit overgrown, to say the least. Don't think they see many mobility scooters down here. But some people seem to be going around that way. I think I will. Ooh, camber, camber. Severe bit of camber there. Right, and this gate here is the entrance, if memory serves me right. The local nature reserve. You can come here by car. I came here by Scoozy. Now, I haven't got my clip-on mic because this is sort of like I've been umming and ahhing about whether or not to do this. Disabled vehicle access only. Okay, think I count. Whoa. Found a pothole. So this is the road in. I don't know if this is where the footpaths, the trails start or what. To the ranger's office. That's interesting. Right, well, let's try the ranger's office. Do we go left? Do we go right? Woodside Ponds, Dibbinsdale, Eleanor, whatever that means. Doesn't say which way is the ranger's office. Right, okay. The Arboretum. So apologies for not putting the clip-on mic with me. But this is another local trail. Now, Dibbinsdale gets its name from the River Dibbin, which dissects the Wirral. And Dale is obviously Viking. I don't know if any of you know, but Dale is like the Viking Vale Valley Ranger's office this way. So when we come across the river, you will see here's a little pond. All of this was just overgrown and neglected when I was a kid, so it is good that they've made an effort. Try not to upset some ducks here that are having a nap. Just go round them. Some squirrels. It's alright, I'm not coming near you. Yes. Right. I'm going to go this way just in case that's where the ranger's office is. This is a fresh look around because I haven't been able to walk down here for years and years and years and years and years. So I don't really know that much about what's down here. Oh, this obviously isn't the ranger's office. This is someone's back garden. Right, so I'll turn around and come back in. Oh right, I know where they are. Right, this is my backyard. Virtually. It's interesting. Right, anyway, back in, find the ranger's office. At least you're getting to discover it as I am. Upset the ducks again. But yeah, the River Dibbin sort of dissects the Wirral, and the Dale is a clue that this was in fact Viking country for a while, in fact, if you want to know roughly where the Vikings were, you just look for a northern accent. So anywhere from Nottinghamshire, Yorkshire, Derbyshire, Lancashire, less so Lancashire, but anywhere with a northern accent is basically Viking legacy. There's a little bit of history for you. And I'm lost, which is no bad thing. Well, I certainly haven't found the ranger's office. I certainly found some squirrels to chase though. Way! Oh, is that the ranger's office? Let's go backwards. I think it is. Right. Ah, there's the ranger's office. But as the gentleman said, he's not here. Okay. Well, we've got a visitor centre and things. And we've got bluebells. Lovely bluebells. That's not a bad sight to see, is it? Right, where I'm about to go now might be a little bit sketchy even on this. Now, Bromborough Station never existed before I was little. It was built in the mid-80s. But there is an old footpath the other side of the bridge that this was built on, and you can still access it. I'm just wondering whether or not it might be whether I would be able to manage it on this, because from my memory as a kid there's a very steep hill, so I'm going to have a quick look, decide if I'm going to tackle it. If I am, I'm committed. Yeah, I can do that. Go down a gear. Let the regenerative braking do its thing. They said it's an off-road one that can go anywhere.
You'll find out.
Yeah, send a search party. I used to come down here as a kid. This is the first time I've tried for ages.
Well, hopefully it won't be too bad.
No, this is supposed to be an off-roady one, so we'll see.
Good luck.
I'm going to try coming back up as well, see if it'll manage it. Now, the problem with the regenerative braking is that it slams the anchors on, and on a rough surface like this it just skids. But that's okay. We can handle it, can't we, Scoozy? Let's try and avoid that big step there. Let's go round it if we can. Because it definitely won't like that. Yeah, we made it down. Danger. Oh! Didn't expect that. You enter this land at your own risk. Ooh. Okay. So this is not a place we're meant to go. Well, I'm not trying to go down your way. And down at the bottom there is the River Dibbin. But anyway. Private property, no entry. Ooh. Well, I'm not trying to enter their private property. I'm trying to get down here. Yeah. See, that might be a little bit too sketchy. So let's reverse. And see if we can make it back up. And if we can, we'll call that a result for the scoozy. Let's not try and do a wheelie. That's interesting. So I'm going to have to give it some. Nearly made it. Whew. Let's go up a gear. Made it. It's supposed to be an off-roady one, so I was just testing it. Is it as steep that way as it is that way?
It goes down that way.
Yeah, but is it as steep as that way?
No.
No.
It's still an incline coming up, but...
It's more manageable.
Yeah. More flat that way. There's no steps.
Right. Sorry.
Okay.
If you hear a scream, I've found the edge.
Well, you've got to go past everywhere and scream.
Oh yeah, this is all right. So, to my left is the River Dibbin, and we are definitely ensconced in Dibbinsdale. If you carry on far enough, you end up at Bromborough Pool. Yeah, this is definitely an easier way. Let's check the tyres. Nope, they're fine. Let's go. You can probably see a little bit of the River Dibbin to my left if I just turn the wheel there. Can you see it there? That's the River Dibbin. Right. Let's crack on. And this is an extension of Bromborough Woods. Which sort of morphs into Dibbinsdale Woods. Whoa. Sigurd, if you're watching this, bring the Exaquad. You'll love this. Whoa, camber. Remember my tips on camber driving? Slow down. And don't destabilise. There you go. Look for the flattest route. Oh, this is fun. This was hard work on foot. I'm enjoying this. So far, anyway. So this is heading towards Spittle Dam. So that path up there. Well, I'll go this way. This is probably good. Hello again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not stalking you, I promise. And then we end up back at the pond. There you go. So there's the River Dibbin. Get a better view of it there. Running alongside. This is a fun trail on this. On a bike it was a bit of hard work but fun. On this, it's just fun. Right. Stop enjoying yourself, be serious. Are we enjoying ourselves yet? Oh, look at all those logs. Ideal for the log burner. Oh, this is great. See, what happens is it locks up. Well, I'm not going up them steps, that's for sure. There must be another way. I bloody well hope so. Oh, look at this. Very pretty. Look at that. Now, if I'm right, this is Otter's Tunnel. Oh look, the headlights do work. That's good to know. They're a bit better than I thought they were. I do not know the history of this place. But I do know that I've walked through here before. Hello, gents. Oh, so I'll let you go. Sorry? Oh, it's fantastic. I've not been able to come down here for years because of the MS, and suddenly,
All open.
heaven, absolute heaven.
I think the only thing you got to watch has been a good downpour, good flood down it.
Yeah, got to watch for grip. It's only two-wheel drive.
Oh, sorry, mate. No, no,
So here you are, close-up look at the River Dibbin alongside me. It looks a little bit cleaner than when I was a kid. It stank down here. Lots of pollution, but it seems to have cleaned up, and these reeds will do a lot to help with that. One of nature's cleansers, reeds are. Otters Tunnel. Yeah, we've been through. Oh, have we been through there? And this way to the car park, wherever car park that is. But car park means that it's access to the road, which means we're way in and out. Isn't this lovely? Well, I'm going this way. Wherever this way takes me. Isn't this nice? See, this is the kind of thing that anybody who's had the stigma about using one of these, I can't tell you how good it feels. I mean, to be honest, I'm going places I haven't been since I was a kid. I used to come down here on my bike, which is why it's such a vague memory, because, I mean, we're talking a long time ago I had a rally chopper. And if a rally chopper can get through here, this can get through here. Which way do I want to go? That's the fun thing about trails like this. You never really stuck for getting lost. You can get lost anywhere. Anyway, this is the Dibbinsdale Valley. Ooh. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'll go that way and try to avoid tipping over. Oh! Nearly lost my shoe. Hold on. Ugh. Got it back. Yes. Bit of camber. Tad sketchy there. Right. Because of the soft suspension, this can lean quite a bit. You're never quite sure if it's going to go. Not that I'm desperately worried, because I'd have stopped if I was. Oh, talking of... Oh. I've got a bit of mud on me toe. on foot, these campers don't really matter to you. On this, woohoo! It gets a bit sketchy. Like I said, I'm more worried about how much it will lean because the springs. That is the downside to them. But here we go. We're moving along nicely. I think I've passed the car park. I think this is slightly less sketchy, even though it's more of a camber, because the bottom is flat. But as I said on my explanation for driving on cambered surfaces, you slow down, which reduces the chances of your machine becoming unstable, and that is the technique. Lean into the camber. Let's go that way, away from the river for a bit. There's a stick caught in my mudguard, never mind. Let's see if we can work our way out. Let's get rid of this. And now for a brief history of Dibbinsdale. Dibbinsdale is one of the most historically layered landscapes on the Wirral Peninsula. Today it is known mainly as the woodland valley of the River Dibbin and the modern nature reserve, but its history stretches from prehistoric settlement through Viking-era borderlands, Victorian estate building, industrialisation and sandstone extraction to modern conservation. Dibbinsdale takes its name from the River Dibbin, which cuts through a steep-sided wooded valley in eastern Bromborough. The valley sits on a Triassic Sherwood sandstone geology, which has shaped both the landscape and the later local history. The area was once part of ancient royal forest of Wirral and likely remained heavily wooded for centuries. Archaeology and place name evidence suggest the valley formed a natural boundary between the Norse settlers in western Wirral and the Anglo-Saxon Mercia to the east during the 10th and 11th centuries. The nearby village name, Bromborough, is often linked to Brunanburh, the site of many historians associate with the famous Battle of Brunanburh in 937 AD. The valley itself may have acted as a natural defensive line during this period. For much of the medieval period, Dibbinsdale remained rural woodland and farmland centred around the River Dibbin. Water power has important locally, and Bromborough Mill operated on the brook for centuries. Historic records suggest the mill may have originated in the medieval period under the Abbey of St Werburgh in Chester. Holy wells and springs also became part of local folklore. St Patrick's Well in the valley was traditionally associated with St Patrick's journey to Ireland. Nearby references to a petrifying well and possible medieval religious sites survive in local memory and old maps. The sandstone geology of the Dibbin was economically important. The valley sides contained exposed red sandstone cliffs and clints, a Norse-derived word meaning rocky outcrop or lookout place. Although Dibbinsdale never became a quarrying centre on the scale of Staunton or parts of Lancashire and Cheshire, local sandstone extraction did occur in and around Bromborough and the wider Wirral during the 18th and 19th centuries. The soft Sherwood sandstone was valued because it could be cut relatively easily for building stone, retaining walls, bridges, and estate landscaping. Evidence for this quarrying survives in several forms. Artificial cuttings and steep rock faces in parts of the valley. Old retaining walls around Bromborough Mill and estate features. Landscape rockeries on the Victorian Woodsley estate, and reference to large sandstone clints along the valley. The stone was likely used locally rather than exported on major industrial scale. Many Victorian structures in Bromborough, including the church and nearby settlements, use locally available red sandstone, including walls, bridges and estate buildings. The sandstone landscape also influenced later railway construction. When the Birkenhead to Chester Railway opened in 1840, engineers cut through sections of sandstone ridge around the valley. Dibbinsdale changed dramatically in the 19th century. In 1861, Liverpool merchants Robert Rankin and David McIver purchased large areas of land east of the railway. In 1869, the Grand Victorian House Woodsley was built as a wedding gift for Annie Rankin and David McIver, whose family had connections with the Cunard shipping line. The estate included ornamental gardens, woodland walks, stables and cottages, lakes and ponds, sandstone rock gardens and formal parkland. The arrival of the railway transformed Bromborough into a desirable commuter settlement for wealthy Liverpool families seeking country homes. In 1990, the Woodsley estate was bought by Allen Brotherton and Company. Woodsley House was divided into flats for senior employees connected to the growing chemical industry along the Mersey. Industrialisation increasingly surrounded the valley from the 20th century, particularly with the development around Bromborough Pool and Mersey shoreline. Yet Dibbinsdale survived as an unusually intact woodland corridor. Part of the estate was donated to Bebington Borough Council in 1930, with the remainder sold later. Woodsley House itself was eventually demolished, although some cottages and stable buildings survive. By the late 20th century, Dibbinsdale was recognised as one of the Merseyside's finest surviving ancient woodland valleys. The area became a site of special scientific interest in 1979 and a local nature reserve in 1983. Modern Dibbinsdale combines ancient woodland, wetland habitats, remnants of Victorian parkland, surviving industrial archaeology, traces of quarrying and mill activity, and folklore sites and historic paths. The reserve is now managed as Brotherton Park and Dibbinsdale Local Nature Reserve and remains part of the historical and environmentally significant green spaces on the Wirral. Right, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Is this a trail that you'd try? Is this somewhere that you'd like to visit? I've just been honest that although I can get through, some people might be too nervous, and I'm trying to be responsible here. But anyhow, if you've got any experiences or something that you'd like to share regarding this video, then please leave a comment below. The squeak on the scooter is going to be fixed. Eden Mobility, as part of the mobility system that I've bought it through, are coming to fix the scooter. So the squeak will be fixed, in case anybody wonders. So please leave your comments below. Give us a like. Click on the bell. Click on all on the drop down. And share this with friends, because we need as many followers as possible so we can share the fun. So, take care. I'll see you in the next one.